Good morning. I know I'm on because it always shows me staring at my phone here as I get things started. You're very welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for Tuesday. Tuesday, as Walking Crow likes to say, yeah? Here we are. Welcome. It's the 19th, I'm saying, of May 2026. Great to be here with you. I've got one of my favorite shirts on. Isn't this sharp? I'm feeling good, my friends. Yeah, life is good. It's a pleasure to be on the journey here with you. Thank you for being here. So this is my page. So I'm Lou Martin, and this is the 10th year of doing morning poems and prayers, and it's just an honor and a privilege to share these ideas with you. It all comes together magically every morning, and I'm here from 9 to 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday live, and then I put it onto Substack, which you're invited to subscribe to me on as well, and I also put it onto my Awakened Spirits Network on YouTube, which you're also invited to subscribe to if you're not following me there. So thank you for being here. Let's close our eyes and turn within and take a deep breath and get this show on the road, as we say. Yeah, great to be here once more. Okay, so let's inhale 3 times, stretching your spine, looking up through the third eye, taking a deep breath. We'll hold the breath each time and give a loud sigh on the exhalation. Here we go. Let go. Second deep breath. Let go. Third and final deep breath. Hold. 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 Let go. Okay, inhaling for Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Peace, peace, peace. Just sit in silence for a moment. And I'll begin the prayers for this morning here. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. I'm also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life and of life itself. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Word, I am word. I know who I am in peace, what I am in peace, how I serve in peace. I am here, I am here, I am here. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are forgiven. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Take a deep breath. I am the open door for the violet flame. I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of all humanity, as one voice, one breath, one heartbeat, and one energy, vibration, and consciousness of pure divine love. We invoke the most intensified frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystal and solar violet flame of God's infinite perfection that cosmic law will allow. Beloved Saint Germain and your legions of fifth dimensional violet flame archangels, we ask that you blaze, blaze, blaze this violet flame with the power and might of 1,000 suns in, through, and around every thought, word, feeling, action, memory, and belief that humanity has ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, both known and unknown, that is reflecting anything less than heaven on earth. Transmute this energy, cause, core, effect, record, and memory back into its original perfection and seal it in an invincible force field of God's comprehensive divine love. We accept that this activity of light is being God victoriously accomplished, even as we call. We also accept and know that this violet flame is increasing daily and hourly, moment by moment, with every single breath we take, until this sweet earth and all her life have ascended into the fifth dimensional, crystalline solar realms of light on the new earth. And so it is. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am that I am. Take a deep breath. Father, Mother God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, we rest in you this day, and we call forth the grace, the peace, the love, the wisdom, the courage, the integrity, the honesty, the vulnerability, the truth that sets us free. Father, Mother God, use us this day as your hands, your voice, and your will, expressing perfectly that which is needed and wanted in this time and space, right here and right now. For this and more than words will ever express, we remain thankful, grateful, responsible, vulnerable, humble, and willing. We give thanks, we let it be. It is so, so it is. And together we say, Aho, Ashe, Alhamdulillah, Puegas Ladia, Shah, Namaste, peace, peace, peace. All right, my friends, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to be here with you. Thank you for being here once more, taking time out of your very busy life. The attention is the greatest currency we possess, more powerful than anything we've ever understood. And between Abraham and Eileen Caddy and the Course in Miracles, I'm asking the universe to guide me and you to live the life that God holds for all of us. Here is Abraham. You see, you're giving others too much power as you even acknowledge how they make you feel. What you've got to decide is how I'm going to feel. What would go to a virtual reality? We would go to a virtual reality and we would practice feeling good. Manifestations come on the heels of what you've conjured in thought. Can we have that again? Yes, please. You see, you're giving others too much power as you even acknowledge how they make you feel. What you've got to decide is how I'm going to feel. We would go to a virtual reality and we would practice feeling good. Manifestations come on the heels of what you've conjured in thought. What you rehearse, you realize. What you think about, you bring about. What you feel, you reveal. Eileen Caddy, leave yesterday behind and waste no more time dwelling on the faults and failures which may have marred the day. They are finished and done with. Give thanks for the new day, for a day unmarred by anything. It is pure and glorious now, and it is up to you to keep it so. It is up to you to advance steadily into it in absolute confidence and faith that it is going to be a wonderful day. Everything is going to fall perfectly into place perfectly. Everything is going to run smoothly. Everyone you meet will be a joy and a delight to talk to, and not one negative or unpleasant thought or idea will enter your consciousness. In the newness of the day, all is very, very well. All is perfect, and you are going to keep it so with my constant help and guidance by being consciously aware of me and of my divine presence, and by waiting upon me in quietness and confidence. Take a deep breath. Beautiful Eileen. And here is the Course in Miracles, the workbook, lesson 302. I was on this morning once more. It was wonderful. Because you have free will doesn't mean you can set the agenda. This is a required course. Only the time you take it is optional. That's from the Course as well. Lesson 302, where darkness was, I look upon the light. Father, our eyes are opening at last. Your holy world awaits us. As our sight is finally restored and we can see, we thought we suffered, but we had forgot the Son, whom you created. Now we see that darkness is our own imagining, and light is there for us to look upon. Christ's vision. changes darkness into light, for fear must disappear when love has come. Let me forgive your holy world today, that I may look upon its holiness and understand it but reflects my own. And part 2, our love awaits as we go to him and walks beside us, showing us the way. He fails in nothing. He the end we seek, and he the means by which we go to him. Take a deep breath. That is a sweet deal. Okay. Let's give you Darius J. Wright. Little audio clip here.
The moment you think of something, it is already a physical manifestation, already within your field. As soon as you come out of the body, you'll see it. So how do you bring that into physical reality? This entire creation will bend to you once you start doing things in the highest frequency of love. Once you start doing that, this reality will start to bend to you, because now you are singing the same language as the very other side. And on the other side, everything is possible in that language of love, in that music of love. Everything's possible because everything's free. On the other side, there's never a limitation placed on you or in your mind to believe that there's a limitation. It's only here. So when you start singing the language of love, getting back into the rhythm of the language of love, you start thinking much like a child that there's possibilities everywhere. And I can, and I can, and I can, and I can, instead of saying to yourself, I can't. I can't. I'll try, but maybe. Go back into freedom. Love is truth, and truth is love, and love is also freedom as well. Go back into freedom, and you'll find when you're in that frequency of freedom, anything's possible. And if we could keep in that thought process, everything will be possible. The reason why life is the way it is now is because we are all in a certain frequency of thought form, thinking that things are not possible, so therefore they're not.
Beautiful. Kaboom, my friends. I was quoting that this morning in the course as well. Darius, serious wisdom, that love is Lord of us all, as my guides say. Powerful, powerful, beautiful message. The secret is to get there and stay there, and to trust that. There's a new, thank you, Darius, more to come from Brother D. There is a new crop circle. I was talking yesterday about Robert Grant and Matthias De Stefano doing ceremony in Stirling, Scotland at the Grant Ancestral Home. There's a phrase I don't say every day. And opening the crown chakra. The energy is moving from Tibet to Scotland. And Robert mentioned that there was a new crop circle that appeared during this time in the UK. And I'm looking at it. It's 7 circles in a spiral around a central circle, like a wheel or a flower. Very feminine energy, spinning, opening up. So Stephanie Phelps gives us this. She says, 2 days ago, I visited a newly formed crop circle near Glastonbury, which in itself feels unusual. It seems not everyone agrees on whether it is an authentic crop circle, but I can only speak to my own experience. Thankfully, David Greenway helped guide me and 2 friends to the circle. I was deeply taken by the gentle brush strokes in the crop, the way the design seemed to float upon the field, allowing the wind to continue moving through it while still holding such a beautiful and intricate form. This morning, as I drove past it again, I received a very clear and direct message. The energy of the circle is highly refined. It carries a feminine frequency, light, etheric, soft, subtle. I feel that many people may not be tuned into this particular kind of crop circle energy because they often expect the energy to feel electric, kinetic, or intense, but this circle feels different. Its softness and gentleness are part of its message. To me, it resonates with the refined energy of the New Earth frequencies. After experiencing the crop circle at Jack's Castle plantation, my friends and I set an intention for the gift of a circle near Glastonbury. We were on our way to Glastonbury to stand at the top of the tour and connect with Robert Grant's crown chakra activation in Stirling, Scotland, on Saturday, May 16th. Hello. This circle, Christian's Cross, near Charlton Mackerel, Somerset, reported on May 10th, feels significant to me. Why it is not receiving more recognition is beyond me. With gratitude to David Greenway of Crop Circles from Above for his photos of this circle. So there you are. I hadn't read that. I was just drawn to the picture and the energy of the lady and her friend standing in the field. But it's another warm and fuzzy from the universe right now. Annie and I talk about these things every day, and she's just finishing up her first workshop with Addie Lambourne, which is great. It took some doing for her to get there, but she managed, and I'm very happy for her to be doing that. And of course, Addie works with Oren and Oren's channelings from Sanaya Roman. So that's a whole other conversation. Anytime Addie offers a free class, I'm there if it's in my power to be there. She's been absolutely extraordinary. And actually, on the WhatsApp of the Course in Miracles, one of our fellow students there, Anne, dropped one of Addie's videos. So that was interesting. I'm always the one pushing the envelope, and trying to drag people to the altar, basically. And it gets a little thin after a while. So I've just, learned to just put it out there and let it go. Another mystical experience that's happening in my movie with people that are near and dear to me is David, Maria, and Vivica Sofia Kalma, who have now picked up sticks and moved from Spain to Estonia after David dropped everything in Mount Shasta, living there for a good long while, and moving to Spain to be with Vivica and her family, her husband and their kids and all that. It's quite a story. But David and Vivica are two souls that found each other and are more connected than any two human beings I've ever met in my life. And all of that. So it's all good fun. But the latest from them is that they are experiencing themselves as light. They went to Africa where David had his spiritual awakening. I was reading this yesterday, his updates, or their updates, and or their update, and that they had actually had an experience where they both turned into light, pure light. You never heard this before in your life, and here they are. These are dear friends that I've interviewed a dozen times, and been to dozens of their classes together. So they sort of had a little bit to handle with all of that. When you turn into light, you might have to take a little time for yourself, I would imagine. But anyway, they're still shining their light and sharing their love like mad. And David said it was 5 weeks of deep physical and emotional healing and a lot of sleeping after that. And now they've just released Grandmother Africa is Calling Your Name, A Song of Creation. Day 1 opening ceremony in Karura Forest, the Eden Temple. So the videos for that are available on their website. You can register to receive those videos. It has been a long time in coming. This is David. Yet the video recordings of our recent retreat in Africa are now being released. This is both of them, really. With the first being released today. The videos were live recordings of each day's ceremonies and transmissions and contain the vibrational essence fully. A new recording will be released every 2 days. If you wish to receive the recordings for all 7 days of approximately 8 hours of recordings, you can still register. And there you go. So if you'd like to support two brave and beautiful souls living at the very cutting edge of consciousness and spiritual awakening, you couldn't do any better than David and Vivica. They are the real deal, my friends. The Eden Temple. Come get you some. Bless you both. Thank you, thank you. So my quote from yesterday, I like to, when I post morning prayers, I like to do a quote for every day to kind of give us a focus. And yesterday's was Ali Ray, and I'll just read it here again. When we truly come to rest in the heart, the mind becomes our perfect servant and is never filled with conflict again. All is well here upon earthly heaven. Only love is real. I so love you all. I so love you, Ali Ray. I have Ali Raw there. It's Ali Ray. Yes. So thank you, sweet Ali, for all your blessings. Okay, this was shared here from Mares, a friend of mine. She says, today, this is Becky Helmsley Poetry. Today I said I'm fine, not once, but 5 times altogether, when people asked, how are you? Then made small talk of the weather. And so I hid behind my mask, the one I'd worn a while. I set in place my bravest face and dressed it with a smile. And that was how the day went. All I'm fine and talk of rain. Until somebody asked me how I was, and then asked again. They asked if I was truly fine, and I said I was not. And they said they were sorry, that they couldn't do a lot. But then they sat beside me, whilst I spoke the truth at last. They listened and they held me, and the tears slipped through my mask. And where before I'd felt I should maintain this brave facade, I realized there was much to gain by letting down my guard. See, though my load was still the same, it now was not as heavy, 'cause sitting and offloading it had helped a bit already. Today they asked, how are you? And I told them I was fine, till someone saw behind the mask and asked me one more time. And though they may have felt that there was little they could do, they'll never know how much it meant to tell someone the truth. That is from Becky Helmsley, 2022. Take a deep breath. All right, my friends. Will we do divine government one more time? It can only help, yeah? I'm going to rip into this one. So go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. This is Patricia COTA-ROBLES. This is bringing light to the world when the world is lost in darkness. Divine government. You can close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath if you like, or just read along with me. Here it's on my page. I am going within to the divinity of my heart flame. There I kneel before the altar of love and surrender my lower human consciousness to the perfection of my I am presence. My I am presence is taking full dominion of my physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, and also my thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. The beings of light from our grand central sun and my I am presence will now guide me through this activity of light. I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of all humanity. I am one with my Father, Mother, God, and I am one with the legions of light from our grand central sun. I am also one with all of the legions of light associated with divine government from all time frames and dimensions, both known and unknown. Blessed ones blaze the most intensified frequencies of divine will, comprehensive divine love, and divine enlightenment from the very heart of our Father, Mother, God, into the heart flame of every person who is now into the heart of every person who is now or will be in the future involved with the governments of Earth in any way. Awaken every one of these people to the profound opportunity and the awesome responsibility they have during this cosmic moment. Enlighten everyone to the profound truth that it is time for divine government to manifest now. Let each person that is now or ever will be responsible for the governments of the world in any way. Just check my audio here, sorry. Well, please let me know if you cannot hear me. How would I do that? Let me know if you can hear me, better said. Please let me know if you... Okay, I'm all right. There we go. Carrying on. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, carrying on. Let each person that is now or ever will be responsible for the governments of the world in any way let each person that is now or ever will be responsible for the governments of the world in any way to tangibly feel and experience the power, love, and enlightenment of our Father, Mother, God, flowing through their heart flame. This will allow the sacred knowledge about the oneness of all life to surface into their conscious mind in a new and much more tangible way. We now invoke the I Am presence of every one of these people to take full dominion of that person's thoughts, feelings, words, actions, beliefs, and memories. Empower that person to hear and to listen to the intuitive inner guidance of their I Am presence, which will guide them unerringly toward the fulfillment of their individual and collective divine plans in their mission of creating divine government on Earth. Okay. La 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 la. Carrying on. The company of heaven is now revealing that with Mother Earth's ascension into the full embrace of our grand central sun, humanity's mass consciousness has been elevated to a level that will allow the patterns for divine government to be raised to a higher frequency than we have ever experienced. The patterns of perfection for the divine government are now pulsating with brand new frequencies. Qualities, colors, musical tones, fragrances, and patterns of perfection, from our grand central sun. Humanity is able to access these new patterns of perfection now for the very first time. I now invoke the representatives of our Father, Mother, God from the suns beyond suns in Earth's lineage. This includes our grand central sun, our great central sun, our great central sun, our central sun, and our physical sun. Blessed ones, come forth now. Blaze your great power, comprehensive divine love, and unity consciousness through your solar light codes into every facet of the government of the United States of America at national, state, and local levels. Expand this activity of light into every facet of government in every country in the world. Hold every man, woman, and child in your loving embrace and infuse each one with the illumined truth of oneness, God's will, divine love, enlightenment, and reverence for all life. Now, throughout the universe, the cosmic Liberty Bell is ringing, signaling that the matrix and the archetypes for the divine government associated with the fifth dimensional crystalline solar new earth are now pulsating in all of their glorious perfection in the realms of cause. This matrix and the archetypes are securing the reality of a divine government of the I Am presence by the I Am Presence, and for the I Am Presence of every person on earth. I feel the stargate of my heart now opening to full breadth. I am an instrument of God. I am serving on behalf of all humanity and all life on this blessed planet. From the deepest recesses of my heart, within the divinity of my fifth dimensional I Am Presence, I decree. I am the open door that no one can shut. I am the light of the world. I am the resurrection and the life of the patterns of perfection for divine government. Through my I Am Presence, the I Am Presence of all humanity, the entire company of heaven, and my Father, Mother, God, I now command. I am assimilating the matrix and archetypes for the brand new fifth dimensional patterns of divine government, now pulsating in the realms of cause. Through the unified efforts of heaven and earth, divine government is now being co-created and sustained, breath by breath, through the divine grace of my Father, Mother, God. Victory is ours in love, governing this planet. Victory is ours in love, governing this planet. Victory is ours in love, governing this planet. Let the love of God be manifest in, through, and around all of the governments of the world, now and forever. And so it is, beloved I am that I am. God bless you. Patricia COTA-ROBLES. Take a deep breath. That's extraordinarily powerful. And I dedicate that to the election of Thomas Massie today, which is a big deal in the U.S. at the moment. And a real hero, this guy, and hell of a fighter for truth and justice. And he has stood up for one cause after another. And it's a nearly impossible situation, but he seems to be getting a lot of help from a lot of great people. So bless you, Thomas Massie, for this day. May you be raised up, and may we be inspired through your victory. God bless you. Okay, are you getting it? Yes, just a little moment there where I'm not seeing any audio on the iPhone, and whatever I'm doing, it's not quite getting it there, but it looks like it's okay. James Redfield, coming down the home stretch. There are times when we don't get the conversation, the explanation, or the ending we expected. And living with uncertainty can feel deeply uncomfortable when things don't go the way we hoped. It's natural to search for answers or a sense of resolution, but life doesn't always move that way. Not every chapter closes neatly. Some experiences remain unfinished for a time, yet eventually we begin to realize that healing doesn't always come from answers. It comes from our ability to continue forward even without them. And sometimes moving forward simply begins with letting go. James Redfield, The Celestine Prophecy. Judith Kusel. We will, as the shift intensifies, start feeling more and more as if we are coming home to all aspects of our own soul. Yet more than this, a deeper sense of oneness, of belonging, all and everywhere, universally, galactically, planetary. We will find that the old world, the old stuff, the old way of living has no appeal anymore. The acting roles are redundant. We now live truly, authentically honest, truthfully, lovingly, and embrace our own divinity within fully. This is a process, as each individual soul has its own unique lesson in soul mastery, and each one reflects an aspect of source divinity, divinely unique, yet as one with all that is. We all stem from the very same source, and although we are many, we are one. We agreed at some level to experience separation from ourselves, from others, even the divine. Now, we finally find that separation was illusory. Lostness never existed, for we can never be separated from the very source itself. We find wholeness within and without. We regain our deepest sense of belonging with joy, with love, inner peace, and allow others to find and experience this in their own way, in their own time. Excuse me. For infinity has no clocks, nor days, months, and years. All is perfect, whole, and complete, within and without, ad infinitum. And so it is. Judith Kusel. Take a deep breath. Sister Judith, bring in the medicine. Make me one with everything. Change comes from within. So a shout out to my dear friend and partner in LifeWave here, Sister Kathy O'Leary, who gives us a beautiful picture of her smiling self in her wheelchair, God love you, surrounded by a big heart, and which is around her. It's a sculpture, and she's in the middle of it. And I said, it's at least that big, her beautiful heart. So here's to you, Kathy. Thank you for showing up in my life, and so grateful to be on this journey with you. Bless you. Speaking of time, I listened to some telepathy tapes yesterday, and the latest edition from Kai Dickens, who I'm a big fan of. These are the 20 plus hours of conversations she's done with the and about the nonverbal autist kids who are absolutely brilliant, telepathic, and are teachers in every way that I can reckon, and they have a lot of wisdom and love to share. So if you're not familiar with the telepathy tapes, do yourself a huge gift and start listening, because every one of them is a transmission from the future that works and is worth working towards, in my opinion. And these beautiful beings are quite enlightened, and they are here to help us to find our way home. But they were talking about time travel, unraveling time travel, featuring Dr. Julia Mossbridge, and how the autists, as they like to call themselves, are well able to not be limited by time or space. They go where the answers are and where they want to be, and they find what they're looking for, and that is a great reminder that we can all learn to do that. Time and space are illusions under the dominion of love and light, is the way my guides put it to me.
So I'm in the magical new form.
There's Alexander Wenman. Hello, darling. Okay, bopping around the UK. Just looking to see if there's anything else here I want to share today. Okay. Todd. Peace and blessings to Brother Todd Medina, who's been going through quite a intense awakening in his physical health. But he gives us a message here for this morning. Let me share this with you. He says, for the past 3 nights, I've experienced lucid dreams unlike any I have before. In these dreams, especially last night, there was no difference in the reality of the dream state and awakened state. Also, during the first 2 nights, I was being offered many things to stay in the old reality, inducements, and other things to lure me back into the old, leading to last night, where there was none of that. Just this fusion of what I can only explain as the merging point of the physical and non-physical, the confluence. Confluence refers to the meeting or merging of 2 or more things at a single point, the 0 point soul highway. I was told early in the month that May 15th marked the spot where anything and everything becomes possible. Further emphasis placed on the date, May 31st, June 1st. What that means, I'm not entirely sure. If it is a window or the first window into accessing the bridge, uniting both worlds, the point where some fully embody to walk in the world as superhumans, assisting others until a complete migration and or all of the above, activating the soul virtues and attributes like body in the human form. Holy moly. I am open entirely and welcome this, my feeling. I'm open entirely and welcome this. My feeling has been and is that the only obstacle deterrent are the limitations of our own minds. Thinking in the old terms of old world constructs now can be replaced with the ancient, immortal, original constructs of soul found again, at last, in the precious human. I am soul, you are soul. Brother Todd, bringing the medicine. Thank you, my friend. That is absolutely gorgeous. We're sharing that. That's as deep a story as I've ever heard from Brother Todd. That's powerful. And he also is feeling the wind at his back and sharing messages like David and Vivica and the autist kids and Kai Dickens. And it's a crowded field out there, my friends. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Here's one from Dora McQuaid. A poem. The river rushing green and silver, the rail yard trains striking errant sparks, the church's lofted rafters making light come alive. My mother's lush garden, cornstalks above my head, their silken August tassels tangled in my hair. The caverns beneath the trees at the west end of my family's land, where I found my father standing silent before he handed me a fallen eagle feather. Your skin seeping scent of darkness, your voice saying my name, my braid unbound by April wind, your eyes when I told you to look at the moon, your arms when I told you to let go. Take a breath into that. Okay. Lovely bit of poetry. Steve Nobel. Good morning, dear Star Tribe. The sun is rising, and today I'm leaving this ancient land of Anatolia. There is an ancient magic here that has been hidden under many layers, including that of Islam and Orthodox Christianity. There is a sleeping power that now seeks to rise in this land. She was known as Sybil, and her touch is both strong and loving. Traditionally, she was portrayed with lions by her side. When I felt her touch, I felt she was present during Neolithic times and later when there was a shift to agriculture. The two symbols she showed me was a sheaf of cut grain and a bunch of reddish-purple grapes. To the Neolithic hunters, she was the great Earth Mother who granted success to the hunt. To the later farmers, she was the abundant and ever-fertile Earth Mother. The other aspect of this is I was shown an ancient solar goddess that was perhaps a sister to Sybil, C-Y-B-E-L-E. No doubt this encounter will turn into a transmission upon my return to the UK. Whatever you choose to do today, may the ancient earth bless you and protect you. Steve Nobel. Thank you, Brother Steve. Anatolia. Is that Turkey? might be. All right, my friends, we're coming down the home stretch here. Yeah. You got it? You got the message? Are you seeing it? Here's a Yogananda for you as we finish up. A great yogi, poet. Yogananda maintains that the father aspect of God represents wisdom and the mother aspect, love. So if one is in need of love and kindness, one calls on the mother. In fact, Yogananda was a pioneer teacher who introduced in the West the idea of God as mother. He wrote many touching chants invoking the mother, as for instance, "Receive me on thy lap, O mother. In this world, mother, blue lotus feet, I give you my soul. I give you my soul call. I am the sky, mother, and thousands of suns." The last named chant is a beautiful variation on the Kali theme, so dear to the poet. He says, "Who tells me thou art dark, O my divine, O my mother divine? Who tells me thou art dark, O my mother divine? Thousands of suns and moons from thy body do shine." The word Kali means the dark female. Playing on this meaning, the yogi poet puts the challenging paradoxical question: how can anyone say that the divine mother is dark when thousands of suns and moons shine dazzlingly in her body? Here the poet does not refer to a 3-foot statue in a temple or a 5-foot female figure, but to the grand cosmos, which is the projection of spirit, Prakriti, the active female principle of Godhead. Addie has talked about Prakriti. It is a question of need or mood. Yogananda sings to the father or the mother, the soul's aspiration. It is love and trust in God. Its love and trust in God find a powerful expression in his chants. Yogananda Paramahansa, Parlez-vous. All right, my friends, yeah? Looking up from all of it, taking a deep breath, giving thanks. Well, there was a bit of blue in the sky when I woke up this morning. I slept with my window open, which is a privilege, and I have the lovely the Bandon stream, part of the Bandon River, flowing outside my front door here. So I can hear the stream flowing all night, which is a blessing. So peaceful. There's a street there, but the traffic is very scarce most of the time. And yeah, my friend the tree is out there, still hanging out with my tree from time to time, and giving thanks to Mother Earth and blessing the river, blessing my life and all the wonderful souls in it, like all of you who are listening right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I hope the audio worked. That has happened at times. I've been jabbering away for hours and look up and there's nothing there to hear, for people to hear, but it looks like it's all right. I'll find out soon enough. It's a mystery. So I'm going to channel here for you. Let me give you my commercial portion of my show. I'm inviting you to share this video with anyone you think would be interested. I'm inviting you to subscribe to Awakened Spirits Network YouTube channel, or to my Substack, which is, the link for that is on my page here, or to make a donation to my PayPal via my email address, lightheart2018@gmail.com, or to think about a one-to-one session, or if you have any need for prayer. This month is extraordinary, and things are changing for the better very quickly. We're getting cleaned out, I think is the phrase, so that we can really lift up the world. And God bless Brother Todd Medina. I have to tell you, he's He's done the work and then some. Total commitment for total freedom. So bless you, Brother Todd, and more to come. You can look at my LifeWave offerings there at Activate Your Light with LifeWave Facebook group, or This Is It info, or lifewave.com/Lou Martin. You can support Ian Morris and his wonderful work and my part of that as well by going to Bandcamp, listening to smile.com on Bandcamp, or just listening to Smile, his page, and toss in L Martin 24 for a discount, and share the wealth that way. I say it a lot. Does it happen? Sometimes. Yes. We're fine-tuning the process here, my friends, all of us, myself included. It's a powerful time, and we need to be in our higher self, consciously, deeper and deeper. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes, turn within. Take a deep breath. And I'll do the same. Let's have a little, my salt lamp there. Oh, there we go. Okay. As above, so below. As within, so without, dear friends. Go within or go without. Go within and become and be and remember and realize the fullness, the wholeness, the oneness of that which you are truly destined to become. The love and light of all that is as you. Take a deep breath. The basis of life is freedom. The purpose of life is joy, says our brother Abraham, our friends Abraham. Yeah. How much joy do you have in your life right now? When joy comes knocking, do you open the door and let it in? Or do you talk yourself out of it? When joy is available, do you open yourself up to it? Do you recognize yourself in it? When opportunity knocks, open the door, the channel says. What a wonderful way to look at life. So here is the overarching theme about the power of love to facilitate grace and abundance and freedom and love and health and wealth and healing and independence and confidence and courage, dear friends, in your world. These are all within every human heart and much more. But as you live in the mind and the outer world, often directing your energies towards controlling, sometimes even manipulating, dear friends, God bless you indeed, so you lose that sense of inner self-worth and oneness and peace of mind and gratitude and appreciation and joy and love, dear friends. Love is always only reflected in the outer to the degree and in the ways that you are open and receptive to it. It will never knock down your door, dear friends. It will ask you to lower your drawbridge, you understand? You must meet it halfway. You must be willing to let go of the agendas of fear and control and domination, to return to peace, intuition, grace, the mystic, the sensual, the divine feminine, dear friends. The masculine asserts, the feminine receives. The masculine defines, the feminine fills the space. It is a dance. It is a song. It is a poem. All the metaphors of art and science and all the reflections of the physical to the inner experience of life itself are what you came here for, what you're searching for, what you're reaching for even now. Reminders and permission slips to go within, to trust yourself, to trust love and peace and compassion and mercy and forgiveness. To let the heart lead and the mind follow, dear friends, was said so beautifully by Ali Ray here recently. The heart is the master, the mind is the servant. When the world has made the master the servant and the servant the master, there's trouble, there's confusion, there's conflict, there's uncertainty, there's upset, there's disappointment, there's fear. When the servant, the heart, in your surrender to peace, to prayer, to meditation, to inspiration, to contemplation, dear friends, to exploring with the desire to experience more consciously and joyously the love, intelligence that governs the universe in, through, and as your very life, dear friends, so you can and you are becoming the master teachers of this time and place. Dear friends, there are no accidents, and everything is working together for good for those who love. And you are such a one as those to hear this message and to be drawn to these energies. There is no doubt, dear friends. The only question is, how much more fear, pain, resistance, suffering, doubt, worry, judgment will you project at yourself or at each other? How much is required? Why, none at all, dear friends. It never was. But you knew that you would forget coming to this world in order to have the joy and the great freedom that comes from remembering. The channel told a friend here recently he'd understood that God is still learning about love through all of you, dear friends. Why not? What a beautiful way to look at life and look at God. God got us all that is. You exist as an expression and extension of creation itself. And your experience with free will is your environment, your context, your experiment, to learn through the remembering and to let go of the forgetting. And this is all different ways of simply saying love, 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 dear friends. So give to yourself that which you are asking life to bring to you, and know it, and feel it, and be grateful for it, and trust it, and appreciate it, and bless it, and bless those that you're wanting to join you on the journey, dear friends. It's been said here many times today, there are no limitations except those that you call upon and insist upon for your own perception of self and safety. Dear friends, the new earth is calling you with a great and glorious song of love, and it is yours to answer and to say yes to life, yes to love, yes to abundance, yes to freedom, yes to great creative brilliance and intuition and genius and creativity, and yes to the fullness and the wholeness of this beautiful dance with God got us all that is, between your head and your heart, between your inner and your outer, between yourself and others. There are no others, dear friends, as the channel quotes. Only love is real. Only love. Only love. Be at peace. We'll meet again. Only love. Namaste. There you go. Only love, my friends. It's a great song for Pete Townsend. Only love can bring the rain that falls like tears from the sky. God bless you indeed. A pleasure, an honor, a joy. Have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings. All my love. Namaste. Peace.